Hello, everybody. This is Marc Cervantes with Cerv's Legal Morsel of the Day. I am so excited today. We have Jeannette Pawula of Compass Real Estate. She's going to speak about sort of neighborhoods in Chicago and also what she's seeing as a realtor with regards to what's going on in the COVID climate right now. So, Jeannette, hello and welcome. How are you?
Hi, I'm well. Thanks for having me, Mark. It's great to see you.
Well, fantastic. Jeanette and I work a lot together, so we normally see each other at closings, but in these days, we're doing everything kind of virtually. So this is the first time I've actually seen her in probably about a month. So it's great to have you. We'd love to hear about what you're seeing out there as an agent. I know that you have certain neighborhoods that you're kind of focusing on now. Obviously, you do things everywhere, but what neighborhoods are you seeing the most action in right now?
Yeah, so primarily before this whole COVID, I was pretty active in the West Loop in terms of sales. There's still a diversity in where people are buying and where people are selling, but I really think right now it's taking a shift to Westtown. Westtown is a hot market in general. If you're looking for a single family home, that pocket between Chicago Avenue and Grand, Damon to slightly right before Western, you're getting single family homes for like a fraction of the cost, new construction, for 900,000 and above, stopping at about 1.2, 1.3 million, where you would look at that same type of house and it's double the price in other areas. So that's such a hot area. Race Street, Rice Avenue is just on fire. I'm doing a lot of sales in Wicker Park and Bucktown as well. You're starting to see a little bit of COVID deals, anything between that $300,000 to that $600,000. That's the sweet spot right now for buyers. You're getting discounts. Sometimes we're getting 5% under asking price depending on the circumstances and the seller's motivations. In order to find a 2-bedroom in Wicker Park, it's always going to be 450 plus, more on the 500,000. Now people who have that $500,000 plus taste that really want to be in Wicker Park, they're starting to find things that are going to fit their budget a little bit better. So that's awesome. And Bucktown is just killing it. I love Bucktown. And then another area is actually East Logan Square. 1732, Mark and I just represented a buyer that closed on, a 3-bed penthouse essentially, and it's right by Humboldt Park, right by the 606. People have been asking me, where is that listing? And we got it for a fraction of the cost. So East Logan is another area. You're right on that cusp of Bucktown and Logan. That's just really killing it right now.
So let's go back to Westtown because I really like Westtown myself. So for people that are not from the Chicagoland area or people from the suburbs that are looking to move into the city, what markers are there in Westtown? So establishments that you really recommend, things that places that you go personally. So things that people will be looking for in neighborhoods.
Yeah. Okay. So you're super close to the highway in general, but what I like about Westtown is you're kind of in between this area where if you go a couple more blocks, past Grace, you're getting into that Fulton Market, West Loop area, and that's Restaurant Row right there on Randolph and that park, like that Fulton area. So your 6-minute drive or walk or whatever to this swanky artist area without having to pay the fraction of those prices. On the other side, Westtown is not up and coming. Westtown has turned. So on Chicago Avenue, you have Mariano's right there. You have your grocery stores. And everything along Chicago Avenue right now, I always see an indication of a great neighborhood is when some of these top restaurateurs are coming in and they're starting to put these, higher, swankier restaurants in that area. So Kaizen, a little just west of Western, is like ranked one of the top sushi places. You also have Beatnik right over there. There is this wine spot, and it's driving me crazy. So if you guys have questions about it, ping me. But there's this organic wine spot right on Chicago Avenue I found driving home from one of the listings I have on Race. And it's like specialty cheese, organic wines, like health conscious. So food wise, it's just everything on Chicago is blowing up and I'm obsessed. So I'm speaking more towards, the food, but even in Westtown, Skinner is ranked at, number 10 school district. And you can technically, get into Skinner, the school district, which is number 10 in CPS. So it's a good area for one, socialization, two, for the schools, three, for the convenience of having the restaurants. It's turn. It's not up and coming. Things are there and things are going to stay. And those values, you buy a property now, in 5 years, those values are going to continue to increase and rise. So you're still going to probably, right? We can never predict, but likely if you're looking at statistics, the resale values of your house are going to significantly increase. So it's awesome. I live in Wicker Park. And there's just so many things. Etta just opened up on North Avenue. I can eat pizza every single day of my life. So I really, really love Peace Pizza that's over there. And Big Star, right? When we're able to all be outside again, which I can't wait for. Big Star is like, I can just sit there and drink margaritas with bearded men slinging drinks at you and hipsters all day long.
So, do you have any listings in those neighborhoods right now?
Yeah. So we have 2 pocketed listings right now, which means coming soon. So they're off-market opportunities. The Wicker Park one is a 3-bed, 3-bath with private roof deck penthouse. The address is 1528 North Paulina. It's a super amazing vintage building, 1920s, completely gut rehabbed in 2001, and it's huge space. And we just renovated the kitchen, put in new floors. So I'll send information. You guys can check that out. And then I have a brand new luxury new construction listing at 2116 North Race Avenue. That's kind of that sweet spot, my favorite area that I told you, kind of Chicago to Grand over there. And that's a 5-bed, 4.5-bath. It's, garage, roof deck, single family home, brand new construction, custom built, and it's stunning.
Awesome. So in these times, things have kind of turned upside down. What have you seen when you're representing buyers or sellers, how things have changed since the stay-at-home order has been put in place?
Yeah, I think originally, there were a lot of questions of where is this going to go? Can we still close? Our title companies can be open. If I'm buying in a condo, is the condo going to allow us to move in? Now there's, a lot more insight of what's deemed essential. Like Chicago is a real, is deemed an essential business. When COVID happened, I surprisingly was so much busier with buyers than before any of this happened. We're still going out if we're still allowed to do showings, but things have changed in the sense of, I'm not driving with my clients. We're meeting everybody there. We have gloves on and sanitation and Lysol spray and taking all proper safety precautions, but we're really zeroing in on things that people want. So instead of now going to see 15 properties, you're really doing all the research ahead of time to see if, these 2 are the real ones that you want. So you have so much more information in advance and you're only going to see a couple to limit exposure. And, again, I said that COVID deal, my clients were all of a sudden getting huge discounts. We're going under contract. So for me, I'm saying, there's a lot of anxiety about the economy and where everything's going to be. So one, where's the economy going? Well, right now it's the time to buy, although there's a little bit more limited inventory. Sellers are not putting things on the market right now because they don't want to accrue that time. The things that are on there, these sellers are motivated to sell those properties. You're going to get a good deal if you're kind of in that sweet spot. And mortgage rates are the record low, I think, within over a decade. So you're getting awesome, awesome deals. With that being said, there's kind of some loopholes now that we have to work around. And now if there's a place that's for sale and it's tenant occupied, we legally are not allowed to show that due to, City of Chicago tenants' rights ordinances. So now there's a lot more video that you're asking people to do, to send videos. Sometimes we're making offers. Marc and I had a situation where I had a client. We knew exactly what we wanted. We found the property. We did all of our research. We couldn't get in to see it because although it was for sale, it was tenant occupied. we submitted an offer on that deal with a contingency clause to, protect my buyer and say this deal is contingent upon, one, my client being able to get to see it when the tenant moves out, and two, waiting on doing the inspection until the tenant moves out. And so we kind of got it under contract so no one else would steal this deal because it was really good. Waited, now we had to wait a couple, few weeks for the tenant to move out for him to actually finally see the place and say, okay, I saw all the pictures, but do I want to buy it? We loved it. We moved forward with the deal. So there's just a lot more contingencies now to protect buyers. There's clauses that, in the event that you go under contract and maybe, your partner loses a job, you have some flexibility to get out of that contract and not be on the hook. And then the second question is, where is everything with disease? Some people, and we respect every person's request. Some people truly don't feel comfortable leaving the house right now, and there's concerns with that. So, my thing is just staying in front of my clients. If you don't want to see properties and you're not ready, well, let's get on a Zoom and let's go through the ones that you selected and let's at least talk about them out loud to each other, not text back and forth. Let's go through each one by one so you can start narrowing down what you like and you don't like and process the selection. So when you're ready to go out and see, and the last thing with that, Marc, at least for buyers, I think, for listings, if you're thinking about listing your place, call me and let's have everything ready to go. Because when this lifts, because there's less inventory, people are going to be looking. So listings are going to be in really, really high demand. I'm taking people right now. I'm doing walkthroughs in virtual. We're getting listing agreements. I'm taking pictures on my own before we're allowed to. We're waiting to hit that market time. But if this lets go in June or July, the real estate market's going to boom with more listings. For buyers, though, you're not going to be getting these recession deals that people are anticipating because there's going to be so many more listings. It's so much more competitive because people want the ones that are done. You're not going to get the deals. Where you're getting the deals right now are the people that are listing that have to sell their places right now. So listings after this list, buyers right now.
Fantastic. Well, Jeannette, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.